It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. You know what that means. I actually didn't realize it was Tuesday today until about midday. It was like 3 or 4 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, it is Tuesday. Wow. I should probably get ready for the show. So yeah, we've got we're gonna roll the intro. We're going to talk comics. We're gonna introduce our guest for the night. And yeah, I'm semi here. I'm beginning to remember that I exist. So, what medication I'm on, I forget. All right, so here we go. I roll the intro, and we will see you guys on the other side of it. Here we go. Roll it.
The following program contains violence, disturbing imagery, nudity, and, oh my God, why are you even watching this? Just run away. This shit is going to give you nightmares. For real. The program is rated TV MA NSFW OMFG GAF TTV BYGAS. Why are you still here? Seriously, don't watch this. We can't warn you strongly enough. Do you need a doctor of some kind? What is the matter with you?
The difference is near. It's a revolt the masses will hear. It evolves, let the people cheer. Till we fall, the blood, the blood starts here.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Indie VOLT LiveWire. My name is Varian Grant. I'm the founder of Indie VOLT Media LLC. Got a credit card today to prove it. And I am a, as it says, Indie VOLT Media LLC. Varian Grant right underneath. So yeah, I've been creating comics since 2008. I am a comic book publisher, artist, creator, gamer, geek, dad, all that good stuff, husband, reluctant taxpayer, reluctant energy bill payer, and this is Indie VOLT LiveWire. I am here today with the beautiful indie princess whose search for a mint copy of Giant Size Man Thing continues.
I really need a giant sized man thing. It would be awesome.
Understood.
There's so many ways we could have gone with that. I'm just a guest, so I'm leaving it alone.
I am Lola, your indie princess. I am the EIC over at indievolt.com, and I am the creator and writer of Lore, which is in demand now on Indiegogo. So go check it out.
Cool.
And who are you, Randy?
Well, hey, everybody. I'm Randy Zimmerman. I'm a longtime independent comics and alternative comics creator. Been doing this for many, many decades. Done just about everything in the market you could imagine. Right now, I am the EIC and main honcho behind Arrow Comics, which we're bringing back hopefully starting in latter part of 2021. Actually, August. We're going to have 4 books a month available for the direct market to purchase and enjoy. So, nice. Well, we're going to start rolling out big time again. Fulfilling or actually finishing the print file for the Indie VOLT Revolt book. That was an Indiegogo campaign that we just ended a few weeks ago. So that is just about to go to press. Going to be 140 pages of black and white short story goodness. So it's got like, I think it's 20, 21, I think 21, 22 short stories done by 27, 28 creators, I believe, something like that. It's going to be a nice thick book, a lot of great stories in it. So can't wait for you to have it in your hands and read it. So looking forward to that. Eric, who are you?
Awesome. Well, my name is Eric Hodson. I'm at Dreaded Dinosaur on all the social medias. Creator of Roddy Piper, the Kilted Avenger. Creator of Dreaded Dinosaur Man over on Webtoon and Tapas. currently illustrating the book American Bliss for Genuine Comics, and colorist for Arrow Comics, inking a Justice City Chronicles story as we speak as well, and various other things. Plus, always happy to be a media pundit here on Indie Volt.
Sweet.
And
Nope. Variant's mic is muted, folks.
Yeah, I was at, Marcel, go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right, I am Marcel Dupree. I am the publisher of Evolutionary Publishing. I am the co-creator of LaFay, Black Bishop, a bunch of other titles. And yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no problem. John.
all right, my name is John Hervey. Been in the comic book game for a while. Was first published in the early '90s through Motown Machine Works through Image. Self-publisher now, and currently have Black Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which is the second story arc, the first volume of the second story arc of Black Tiger, and just fulfilled on Magna: The Last Pantheon Volume 1. And I'm excited to be here, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for coming on. And Jason.
Hey, my name's Jason. I'm a 26-year professional of the comic books, toy industry, film, and advertising industry. And I have a new campaign on Indiegogo called Octopus Cowboy, if you can't tell.
Octopus Cowboy. We had you on a few weeks, maybe even a few months ago. We were looking at that. It's an awesome book.
Oh, thank you.
Can't wait to see it.
So we've got a lot of stuff going on today. We're going to jump right into the questions. If you guys have never seen Indie Vote, you know that we get questions and we answer them and we talk about them, and it helps us develop rivalries and hatred for each other.
Encourages
so early,
that kind of thing. Yeah.
All that healthy stuff.
Yeah, all that good stuff. Yeah. And I'm going to start one. I'm going to start it with a good one today.
Good one.
A good one. A good one.
Good one.
You know, I mean, I think they're all good.
Definition
They're
of
all
good, good this week.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Randy, do the reading.
From Bradley Pied Horner. Varian, Randy, and Lola, hail. And for Lola, hail hose.
Hail hose.
Hail hose. First time writing in, long time watcher. Thank you so much, Brandon. Have you lot saw the Ninny Hammers over at Zoop? Never heard of Zoop? What a mess that's going to turn out to what a mess that's going to turn out to be. I recall Varian talking about a crowdfunding site that was all in one and bound for failure. Was this it?
No, it was not Zoop. If you guys don't know, which is why I brought this question up first, Zoop is a new crowdfunding platform that's launched either yesterday or today for comics, especially for comics. Everyone goes to the keyboards to find it. Look it up. But Camilla Zong is over there. And it's a new site, but unlike most crowdfunding sites, one, they're just aimed at comics, and they have several other things up there. So like you can other a la carte things you can offer. So you can they can outsource your printing and your fulfillment. They can also outsource. They're doing something a little bit different too, where you could back different tiers all in one purchase. So like maybe you want the book, but then but you also want a separate tier. Now nothing stops you from doing that on the other campaigns, but they just make it a little bit easier. But it's called Zoop, ZOOP. A lot of people, one of the guys from the Berserker campaign, he was the project manager. He's on board. A couple other people. So yeah, just started. They've got money from friends and family, which when I hear that, I think mobsters. I don't know about you, but I'm married to an Italian woman. So when I hear it's family money, I tend to think, shit. But But yeah, it's called Zoop, and I don't know if it's bound for failure, Bradley. I don't know if it's bound for failure. No, I wasn't talking about that one. I wish I was a pre-call, but I am not. I can't tell. Well, yes, I can. I can tell what's coming down the pipe, but I did not see this one coming. I'm only related to Miss Cleo by marriage, so I'm not excited. But I can tell you that this is gonna be very interesting. I like to see how it goes. It's already getting hammered by some YouTubers, though.
I'll throw in my 2 cents here, Varian.
Sure.
I'm Ryan Wynn. I do a show with Ryan Wynn and Blast Beats on Mondays called The Comic Ship, and we actually had a guy, John, I'm gonna butcher it, Livesay, and his is the first project that's launching on that platform, and kind of subsequently, the thing we didn't realize, he's a cool dude. But there are a number of people that were, I guess, affiliated with that have been part of kind of, cancel Alterna, kind of a little bit of the anti-indie crowd.
Okay.
So I wasn't aware of that. I'm pretty clueless when it comes to stuff like this. I'm just a dude that's just trying to make books and just trying to get them out there. So I guess the anti-indie movement is real, and there are, folks that are really trying to stop indie books from being, from really getting to market. So I guess to a certain extent, you guys may know better than I do. I don't know any of the players. I just know Ryan because he's credible, and he worked for a very long time at Valiant and did some work with some guys at DC. So this is I'm kind of secondhand on this, but I guess it's going to be interesting. I guess my main thing was the name was Zoop, and it kind of sounds like poop or that was kind of what got me. I was like, why would you have a name that rhymes with poop or something?
You know what I thought about was that old cologne everybody used to wear back in the 90s, Joop. You remember that? Joop. Joop,
Yeah.
Which always to me sounds like what should have been a racist name, like a racist.
Yeah,
name.
exactly. Hey, you Jew.
Yeah, yeah.
It was on. It's on now.
Ouch.
We have a franchise here called Soups. It's a soup and noodle place.
Yeah, Zoup.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
let me add one more thing.
Sure.
Hey, thanks for leaving me out of the intro there, Bradley.
Yeah, in fact, I've been meaning to add you to the other intro, the intro that we play, but I was like, I need to get pictures from Eric, and every week I forget to get 2 photos, so I actually need 3 photos, but we'll talk about that after the show.
I shall remain incognito and chop liver, apparently, especially to Bradley.
We're not the ass boys either. We're the sup ass boys.
Yeah. Slow City Blues is on here, and they've made $9,701 so far. That's nothing to sneeze at. 21 days left, but so this is Zoop. Anybody else want to say anything about this? I mean, is this something you're willing?
Yeah. What is they're not a website. They're just a launch page. Is that all they are? Because the only Zoop link I found over on Bleeding Cool was right at the start where they list the name. But there's no Zoop.net is a whole different organization.
Yeah,
Where is their page?
Yeah.
Where's their site?
I know this is the first comic up there, so I think this is like a test comic they're trying first. Which is, really cool if you're them, because you're like, hey, no matter what, people go here, they're gonna back this book. But it sets up questions.
So really, they're not a crowdfunding site yet. They're just one title.
I believe just one title is up there for now. I believe it's the launch title.
But they're not a site.
Well, let me see. Where'd the site go? Let me see the address. No, zoop.gg.
Zoop.gg?
Yep. They have a.
My kids say that when
it's like goofy.
Yeah, good game.
Zoop, zoop. Yeah.
Good game. Good game.
Yeah, I figured that one
There's
out. I'm old.
Yeah, but you go to zoop.gg, you get this page.
Yeah. So it is a website. They only have the one book up there.
This is the only thing that exists, apparently.
Yeah.
They have a couple of coming soons, this Resolution and this Scarlet Couture, the Munich File by Des Taylor. Resolution by Ron Mars, Andy Lanning, and Rick Leonardi.
Is that landing related to our landings?
No,
Do we
I-
know? Can we
at least
confirm?
not that I'm aware of. Not
Let's
that I'm
confirm.
aware
We
of.
have to ask Nita. Nita, are you in the
Yes, we
chat?
might have to.
There's some more landings in comics. Confirm. Yes or no?
And it doesn't go anywhere. What this site is rough. It's one page.
Well,
It's not a site. It's a page.
be nice.
They do
Well,
have 10,028 in support, though. So
Yes.
obviously they're already feeling the Indie Volt bump.
Look at that. You gotta call it the Indie Volt Jolt or something, man.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, you need to renew your page, Varian. They picked up another backer apparently.
Oh, did they? Okay. Let me.
Since I was there.
Should allow
Oh,
cookies
3
to-
more backers. Look
Yeah,
at
look at that. That's us.
That's
They owe
us.
some money.
You are welcome.
So are you guys willing to try out Zoop if they let you over there? I guess I'll start with Marcel first. Marcel, are you willing to switch over to Zoop or at least run a campaign on there?
Yeah, I'm willing to run a campaign on there. Camilla has been nice to me in all of our interactions. So yeah, I'm down to do it.
John?
Like I said, everything I've heard is secondhand.
Mhm.
I don't know if is it supposed to be an open platform or is it a platform for professionals? You know, I've heard all this secondhand information. I don't know.
And Jason?
Not right now, but the more decentralized indie comics is, I think, the better. The more the merrier. You know what I mean?
Joe D. McPhee found something he didn't like on the page. I'm gonna.
Oh
see
wait,
if Joe wants-
it's 2 pages because you can go into the actual campaign. How amazing!
Well, that's the beauty of running, a site. You get
The beauty of having one campaign you're running on your site. That's all they see.
Well,
And with all of this publicity through the main the so-called mainstream comics media. Yeah, get all that attention.
Well, now Pop says, I looked over and Pop says, how does one book find 127 supporters on a page like that? Well, Pop's not too long ago, there was another company that
They had a huge amount right off the bat. It was amazing. Of course, when you have tiers of $500 and $600, $1,000, $800 you're bound to have your figure go up.
Is that what the tiers look like?
They have a original art tier, original art page, issue number 2, page 41, issue number 1, page 13. Well, obviously, they've got some artwork up on this, so there's some product done.
Well, Joe saw something he didn't like in the terms of service. But we'll bring Joe in a little bit later and see what he thinks about that or what he found. But yeah, I just want to, that's what this question was about. It was about Zoop. And again, I don't know. I don't know if I'll definitely try it. Eric, I didn't want to leave you out. How about you, sir?
I don't know. I'm looking through this website. It seems like a pretty closed platform. I'm not seeing anything about signing up or anything like that. So
they do have a login entry on their opening page.
Yeah, I click that and it's like
Nothing.
Well, there's create account if you don't have one, but this might be just a buyer's account. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things. You got to see if this thing falls apart and runs off the rails. I'm not the type of person who's going to sign up with any new fly-by-night thing. I tend to like stuff that's been established and has some sort of credibility behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the book looks pretty mid-level Vertigo. Now, the artwork isn't bad. They got a skunk guy in it, so it can't be all bad.
I think it looks good. I mean, I'm not. I can't talk about the books on here because I looked through them and they all look decent. But a new crowdfunding platform. I think everyone's hesitant to.
Really, though, all that's up here is a group of art, and the artwork looks awesome. Don't get me wrong. And there's and a couple of videos, and of course, they're pleased by our original art tiers. Just as you start scrolling down.
One thing I noticed here in the What is Zoop, it says,
Oh, there it is.
Zoop is an all-in-one pre-order production, fulfillment, and marketing solution. Okay, so if it's a pre-order, that's crowdfunding. Yeah. Production, that's printing.
Yeah.
Fulfillment, that's shipping.
Yeah. They handle all that.
Marketing, that is social media outreach and all. So what's the cut that they're taking here? Because that's a lot of crap to pay for, you know.
Well, yeah, and everyone should go over and check out the terms of service. It may be for you. It may be something that you don't know how to stuff an envelope. All right, and by envelope I mean never stuff an envelope, please.
You just put comics with a stamp on, put them in the mail. That's all I know.
Jake says the member who created a Zoop account and whose payment method is charged to the account owner has access and control over the Zoop account, and the Zoop Ready devices that are used to access our service and is responsible for any activity that occurs through the Zoop account. So yeah, I mean, it was a typical, kind of typical terms of service agreements, but yeah, I don't know. I think I try it, but I have to be obviously. I think that's another thing too, guys. When you create something like a site, if you push it out, like you make it exclusive, more people want it. Remember Google Plus? Everyone wanted in. They were like, I want to be a part of Google Plus. Why? Where's my invite? You have to be invited by someone, and then the second they open up to everybody, the desire to be a part of the site dwindled. So
that's because that was also their strategy with Gmail accounts. First of all, I'm an old dog. I got invited to have my Gmail account. Like Gmail, like to have a Gmail account, you had to get invited back in the day.
Yeah.
And then they opened it up, and everybody got a Gmail account, so they probably figured, hey, it worked once. Let's try it again.
Yeah. Jake says also, Zoop is not obligated to credit or discount a user for holds placed on the account by either a representative of Zoop or by the automated processes of Zoop.
Ooh. I don't trust AI. Yeah. Every movie tells you not to trust. Those are the automated processes. Don't trust AI.
Yeah.
Just saying.
All right, and then our last two questions are from the loved one, Randy. Oh, yes.
Well, that's good because we specialize in advice to the comic loved one.
We do.
Right, Lola? No?
If so.
Is that Draco? Draco. Thanks for writing in. My wife constantly complains about wanting the finer things in life. I feel like my only way to get there is through my art, making comics. But she won't help us get to this mythical promised land she's always passive-aggressively wishing for. I draw and create until 3. She, unemployed, is in bed no later than 11 p.m. Advice?
Can I say something?
What are you doing during the day?
Well, can I say something?
Unemployed.
Let me just say this. Look, you can't make her stay up with you, man. Like, I mean, you can't. You can ask her for some help, but you can't make her stay up. This has always been a solitary job. It always has been. You can't make her stay for you. I get so tired when I hear people, well, they won't help me. They won't help me. Okay, they don't have to. That's your wife. That's your husband. They don't want to help. They don't have to. And if you can't deal with that, then there are options. I will tell you though, I've met some creative couples that create together, and either they work and they're so on the same page that they're like twins, or it's a complete cluster and they hate each other. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you make what you're asking for. You might, especially if she's not a creative person, and also, you want to give her the finer things in life through comics? Sorry.
Even if you were working in the mainstream, that would be an incredible struggle.
Yeah.
Considering what their page rates are right now.
Is it too late to get a prenup, man? I mean, here's two things that I see in this. Number one is that she seems like she's focused on the destination, not the process. You're focused on the process, not the destination. You're constantly going to have battles over that. To make it, people don't make it when they're like, I got to make it. People who make it are the ones who are lost in their work. They're creating something awesome, and then suddenly they look behind them like, oh, I guess I got here. That's the people who typically actually survive and make it. The other thing I would notice is that you maybe don't want her help because her interference may cause you to not be able to make deadlines, get your story done, get your drawing, whatever process you're involved in that you're doing. like Varian said, this is a solitary job. You have somebody in there, that usually is just going to cause more problems.
I agree. Randy, what do you think? Would you like your wife down there at 3 o'clock in the morning while you're creating?
The wife and I have been on opposite shifts had been on opposite shifts for a long time. Now she's back to first shift. So we've worked it out, but we've been married for 30 years. But there was a long time there where it was very difficult. It's not easy keeping a relationship going and trying to work your way up in alternative independent comics. It's not. And it takes a lot of tolerance on both your parts in order to have anything close to harmony. And heaven forbid if you have kids involved in the mix as well, because that's just an extra add-on. I won't say their kids are never, ever a hassle, but they can be an inconvenience at times, especially when they're younger. You know, you are in for an uphill fight just getting into comics, being in comics, but having that mythical promised land might be an even harder fight, especially if she's working against your endeavors. She has to understand the business. You have to communicate to her what you're doing, and you shouldn't be complaining that she's in bed by 11 p.m. because that gives you at least half a working day, 4 hours, for you to work in solitude and able to concentrate on getting your work done.
Ding, ding.
Now, with my wife working first shift, I try to adjust myself to her schedule so that I'm awake as much as possible, though that doesn't really hold true, while she's working, so that I have that solitude. I don't have to worry about hearing, any noises upstairs unless it's our cat, or anything like that. I'm down here in the basement working and concentrating on what I need to get done. And that's the only way you're going to make any distance in this industry, Draco, is to have that solitude and that time to really concentrate and making your mark. So she needs to also understand that the passive aggressive part doesn't help. There's nothing more difficult to get through and concentrate on your board if you're constantly having to worry about her needs. So you're both going to have to get used to doing things a little independently, at least until you hit a nice level or a nice sweet spot in your career where you can start concentrating on the two of you. And that might take 10, 15, even 20 years. If you can't wait that long, you might have a problem. But there has to be a level of understanding. And then I'm not saying it's all on her. It's on both of your parts. In order to hit that harmony, communication is also the key, just like with any good marriage. You have to be able to talk to one another and express your needs. We deeply appreciate you writing in here, but you have to be communicative to her in order to get on that level where you're both working and being productive for your goals. And that'll help get you to the promised land faster. So there's nothing like having a great anchor out there to keep you grounded, to keep your head in the game, out there to encourage you to keep working, keep grinding, because it's a grind, dude. And you've just started it, so stay at it and keep working at it, and keep working on your marriage.
All right, well, do we still have them? Lola, what's the donation link? Do you know where it's at? Well, you'll type it in the chat, so they can be people. You always welcome. We always welcome donations. We get so little. John, what do you think? Are you who else on the panel is married?
I'm married.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? Do you want your spouse in the creative space with you?
Let Jason go first.
If you're an artist and you want to do your book, it's really a lonely process. You have to go at it alone, and you can't keep using external things as an excuse to stop you. But you have to be very sure that you are gonna get to where you need to go by doing what you're doing. You have to be honest with yourself. Like it would actually help if I could see his work. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because usually people who ask for advice or even post the one thing that you can see certain basic things that it lacks, like anatomy or perspective, this and that. So it says here, my wife constantly complains. Well, that's very negative. Why would she complain? If she sees you working hard until 3 a.m., why would anybody complain about anybody working hard until that time? I work till 3 a.m., probably even more than that.
Yeah.
But you know, my wife understands that I need to do this. And it's not just this personal thing that's just for me. It's for all of us. And I personally want to get to the point where I maximize my potential. And that would make me happier, would make her happier. You know, the finer things in life, maybe these are material things, maybe, money, always about money, right? You really got to take care of that, man, before you go doing your independent comic book stuff. You have to take care of that way before. And I started very late. I worked 25, 26 years. And now I'm doing this because I think it would be too late if I wait any longer. So this is it for me. If I don't succeed, I'll try again. But, you know, you have to have an understanding. And you have to be honest with yourself. Are you going to get there? Do you have the tools? You know, and if she can help you a little bit with coffee and this and that, that would be sweet. That means a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little things like that, little encouragement here and there. That's it.
Yeah. No, it does. You're right. I mean, getting something, get someone bring you something to eat, or just coming to check on you.
Yeah.
Coming to
so you can yell at her, "Why are you coming in?" And
yeah.
I'm on my seventh panel today, or whatever.
Yeah. Although you do like my wife and just come in and be like, why are you still working on that panel? Because I can overwork a panel. Marcel,
you overwork stuff and you need to move on. That's why.
Yeah, she's got a point. I will stay on a panel. And I have overworked panels before. Where I went too far and I should have pulled back and just let it go. I think that I was at Mark's have actually said sometimes you got to kill your children. Just move on. You can't do anything. You have to let the panel go. Marcel, where are you at on this one?
I think that he should understand that this is something that you do have to go alone, and it's not her. She should support you, but if she doesn't want to support you, you still have to go at it if it's your dream. Fortunately for me, I have someone who does support me. She actually pushes me when I don't feel like doing it. She's probably the whole reason why I'm doing it. That she pushed me to do it. So, and if you don't have that, you have to be your own field to get to where you want to go, and hopefully it works out. You also have to be honest with yourself. Are you good enough to get to where you want to go?
That's a good point. I mean,
Good point.
I just hate that she won't help me. I mean, what do you? I mean, okay, I can understand. You finish the book, you go get it printed, and you're like, "Hey, sweetheart, could you help me stuff envelopes?" I keep saying that, but you know what I mean. And she's like, "No," that might suck a little bit.
Yeah,
but she's not.
The envelope has to be bigger.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to.
Yeah.
It's really time for a nice quiet dinner, maybe a little candlelight, and sit there and explain to her your work ethic and the fact that you have to work. And in order for them to get to that promised land, you have to work. And for her to have the finer things, especially in comics, you have to work hard.
Due to the conditions of my parole, I am unable to be in or around fire, and therefore, I'm just kidding. Candlelight dinners may not be wise, but
not good for you. But yeah.
Especially if that dinner goes sideways. You don't want to give her fire.
No,
John, what were you saying?
Remember, alcohol is flammable.
Oh yeah. John, you let everybody else go first. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I heard some good things here. I hear you. I mean, I've been married for 16 years. I've got 3 kids. Married to the same wife. Thank God for that.
Mm-hmm.
When your wife doesn't have to be deeply involved in what you're doing. But if she just allows you to do what your passion is, that's a good thing.
Yes.
You know, she may not be staying up with you, because if she was staying up, what would she be doing if you're doing the art? You know, other than just kind of keeping you company. You know, you can always get a pet to keep you company. You know, while you draw or while you write. But you know, at the end of the day, I think, you know, you guys have to figure out what the finer things mean to you guys. You guys have to figure out what's important to you guys. You know, for me, of course, all of us would really like for our projects to jump. I love making comics. So there is another kind of intrinsic fulfillment that I get just by making books. And she knows me. My wife knows me. You know, yeah, I want my project to jump off, but she knows that I'm going to continue to make books because it's what I love to do. And, you know, I guess this is like anything, you know, if all you're looking at is the end and you're not enjoying the process, you know, that'll turn something that you love into something that you hate.
Yes, it will.
You know, so, you know, I think everything that was said here is right on point. You know, you guys need to be communicative. You guys need to know what your objectives are, how you want to get there. And you know what? You can get places. The question is, you have to ask yourself, what price are you willing to pay to get places? Anybody, because let me tell you, people can get the finer things in life. What are you willing to do to get them?
You know, because like, what are the finer things in life to, you know, that person, you know, for, you know, like, quick story is that the wife told me 8 years ago, hey, I want, maybe we're like 2 years into being together at that point. We weren't even married. And she says, hey, I want a new TV. And I'm like, okay, cool, not a problem. And we went to the TV store. At the time it was Paul's TV. And we're walking around in there, and I'm over looking at the, 30-inch, I can dream a little dream and look at 40 at this point. And I'm looking, and I'm like, yeah, so this one, and she disappears on me. I can't find her. And I'm looking around, and, if you've ever been to a Paul's TV, they're pretty standard, like square stores. They don't, but she's over in the, what I call the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Over there, she's over there in that section of the store looking at the huge TVs. And I walk over like, hey, yeah, there's a 40-inch over here for like, $299, and it's low end. And she's like, I want the Magnavox. Well, the Magnavox is on sale for like $2,500. Now it came with a Blu-ray player, 3D Blu-ray player, and a stand, but it's a big, huge, DLP television, 3D and all this stuff. And I'm like, but for her, that's what she wanted, and it's the wife. That's what she got. But she wasn't a wife then. But but that's what we ended up getting.
I paid for it.
She did pay for it. She paid for it too. So that's why I wasn't gonna tell her no, especially if she was paying for it. It's you have to figure out what the finer things are. Now I'm not allowed to get a TV in the house unless if it's under 50 inches. Don't bring it in the home. Don't bring, like that's cute. What are we gonna do with that?
She says.
Yeah. So we gotta find out what those finer things are.
I like things big.
It could be a detail full of hot toys from Sideshow Collectibles. That could be the finer things to you, like me. So yeah, it depends on what that person, thinks. I would say though, Bradley, talk to her.
Well, and in my relationship, and I've been married 30 years. I met my wife while I was comic shop retailing. So I got really lucky at the time. There were very few women that were reading comics at that point. The market was really not that open, but Vertigo was running, and ElfQuest was running, and Star Trek and that's what she took to, and all the superhero books. I mean, the old fashioned superhero books. But she understands the business, but she very rarely reads anything that I do, unless I ask her to look it over for spelling corrections, which I'm a horrible speller. And she's like my proofer on a lot of that, and she catches them really well. But it's gotten to the point, we got into the marriage with her already loving comics, and that was very important. My first marriage was exactly the opposite. We rushed into it quick. She didn't care for comics, didn't like comics at all, had constant complaints. We were always rubbing each other the wrong way. It was a very, very bad relationship that only lasted for 5 years. But it really taught me what I didn't want in a marriage. But we also ended up going to marriage counseling, which was really helpful, where we figured out that we really were not compatible. So like I said, that marriage ended rather quickly. But having her on that page, doing that communication with her is really your key at this point, so that she understands that there have to be certain sacrifices in order to gain certain rewards. Mm-hmm. And then it's luck, because in this comic market, you really have to work in order to get to to be relatively comfortable. You have to know a lot of things about marketing and a lot of things about business if you're going to be doing alternative and independent comics in order to make yourself successful. So good luck, Draco. We all here wish you only the very best. And
let us know, update us or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Keep us posted as to how it goes.
Yeah. And the final one from Girl X.
Girl X, awesome. I met a guy right before the pandemic. During all the downtime, our relationship turned serious. I was stuck at home, but now cons are coming back, and he's not with the idea of me being gone out of state almost weekends, most weekends a month at all. In fact, he's told me that he doesn't think I need cons because I've done well enough on Kickstarter these last few months. Girl X.
And she asked me to use that name for her because obviously
that's fine.
Listen.
Does he not want to go to a con? He might enjoy it.
Take him. Yeah. I've seen some girls drag their boyfriends to cons and they've been miserable. These guys are like,
I mean, my wife gives me grief, if I'm gone a lot, but she loves going. Yeah. So anytime, I'm sending her to one this weekend in Steel City for Pittsburgh, she's doing that one all by herself. So you don't know, you might have a really good employee there. You just gotta, give him a kick in the shins here and say, you're coming with me. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Bring him with you.
I want to point out, Eric did not mean that literally.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I took my wife to her first con about maybe 4 or 5 months into our relationship. She must have thought it was weird, but she got with it real quick. And now she gets mad if we cancel. She gets mad if we can't go to one. So take him with you. He might not know what they are. He might have some worries and concerns that there's a lot of guys there. Maybe you're going to step out on them. Just take him to the con. Ask him to come with you into the show.
Mark has some great news here. Mark from Grand Rapids Comic-Con just found out today that he can officially run at 100% capacity for his August 13th through 15th show. Good, Mark. Good for you.
Cool.
We also got some bad news
from
Jake.
John Celeste is informing on Twitter that his comic Bloodwing Angel has been pulled down by IGG. Wow.
Oh, no.
Has it really? Wow. That's the first I've heard of them censoring.
Oh, wow.
Especially because my book is up there.
Well,
we need to have him on the air here real soon. It's been too long since he's been on anyway.
Yeah, I'd like to know why it got pulled down.
I definitely would, yes.
That is breaking news. Yeah, that breaking news there. That's sad.
That is great. Thanks, Jake, for that breaking news. We'll definitely have to look into that for a future program.
Yeah.
Maybe see if we can have him on Thursday morning.
Yeah, quickly. I would just say take him with you. Ask him to come to a con with you. Lola got with it real quick, and now I can't go by myself. Not because I have done some commitments by myself, but she likes to go. I guess really quick so we can move on here, guys. What do you think? Should she be taking this guy to the cons with her? Or?
It sounds like he's a little insecure, to tell you the truth. And there again, you need to go back through and make a little bit of communication happen here so that he understands. And also, he might be right. If she's kicking ass on Kickstarter, and she's doing well not doing cons, cons aren't necessarily for everybody.
Yeah.
Maybe she could tell him, you know, I'll cut down the con schedule, but you know, there should be a little give and take there.
Yeah.
Needs a little extra special care.
I got the story.
Okay. What happened, Lola?
Okay, so he said he just received notification from Indiegogo's trust and safety team. They stated, "We noticed your campaign, Bloodwing Angel Chronicles, contains content that is prohibited by our terms of use. Campaigners may not use Indiegogo to raise funds for obscene or pornographic items, sexually oriented or explicit material services. Campaign pages may not include any explicit language, depictions, or offer sexual services. In order to show your campaign funds can still be dispersed on schedule, you would need to either remove or censor any element that relates to this content from your campaign page."
So
with all the tits and ass comic book campaigns that Indiegogo has running, this is totally BS.
Well, Lola, do you remember when you were running your campaign and you posted something and I ran in? I'm like, hey, no. And I think you thought I was crazy because I'm like, they're going to use that to say, oh, you can't post that. So there were a lot of things that I was just overly like, nope, don't put that. And it may have hurt your campaign in the long run, but at least you didn't go through this.
The campaign
that happens to me a lot.
Does it, Marcel?
Yeah, with my no sleep titles, we have nudity in them. So yeah, they won't send me my money until I take off all the nudity on the page.
So Marcel, is that the same both for Kickstarter and Indiegogo?
No, that's just Indiegogo. Kickstarter does not care at all.
Wow, that's a surprise.
Indiegogo held my money for 3 months one time.
Really?
Yeah. They weren't telling me why. They just weren't responding to my messages for customer service. And finally, someone responded and said, "You haven't been paid because you have nudity on your page."
Wow.
They after your campaign, they actually withheld funding to you because you had nudity on your page. So what did you need to do? Take the nudity off of your page, and then boom, you'll get funding. Take it off your page, and they send you your money like the next week. This was after your campaign was already closed, right?
Yes, after it was already closed,
that seems a little silly to me. Yeah,
I would think they would know better than that. I mean, just like, or at least, I mean, like we censor stuff all the time anyway. So, I don't know. I thought I looked at John's campaign. I thought it was already censored. I thought he censored a lot of that stuff.
I thought he had too.
There's a couple of things that look like they need to be fixed, but the campaign is still up. They haven't taken it down. Looks like you can't select a perk. No, you can still select a perk.
Okay.
Oh, they're just holding their funding because they want to hold the money for his campaign. Yeah,
his funding is being held.
Yeah, his funding is being held. Yeah, just put stars and everything else across it. Don't mention certain words. Don't mention.
It looks like he missed a few stars as I'm looking through the page. That's all.
Yeah, there's a few things he missed. Yeah, I can see some panels here.
Plus, his main character has both genitalia too.
Right.
Yeah.
So if he's got those, even though they're literally lumps and curved lines, he still needs to probably cover those up. Yeah.
It's got to be
family friendly.
I'm going to pay a bill here real quick. Well, not really, but I'm going to do some advertising here real quick, and we'll start talking about these lovely comics that
do it.
These folks have. Here we go. There we go. The Indie Comic Book Awards coming to you live September 18th, 2021.
Got you, John. I saw that.
That music stops. That music just cuts right out.
September.
I was gonna have more of an outro so I could.
No. September 18th, 2021. and we're excited about it.
Coming at us like a steamroller.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What is it? 100 days? Under 100 days left.
Just about 100 days. 100 maybe 109, 100 and so days left.
100 and so days.
Yeah, we're excited about it. I'm still getting entries. And if you want to get your book in there, it's easy. IndieVoltAwards.com. You can go to the site. There's a link there that says submit a book. To submit your book, there is a small fee. That fee goes to Autism Speaks. We got a lot of great sponsors. Mixum is sponsoring. Gemini Mailer is sponsoring.
Dave & Buster's.
Yeah, Dave & Buster's. So many people have come, gathered around Indie Vote to help do be a part of this show, and we couldn't be more excited to do this September 18th. I'm really
almost as if you want to legitimize the alternative and independent market.
Almost. You would think that's what I was doing.
Yeah. I think so.
So we are, we're looking forward to it, and Randy's part of the Hall of Fame this year.
And you keep promising more videos of the other people that'll be added as well.
I do. However, the one video I could not get to load. I couldn't get. I kept having all types of issues, but I can.
You were running those pictures of him naked, weren't you?
Yeah.
No, just kidding. Just kidding.
So here's we go. I can tell you guys right now, second person, it's an Indie Vote Hall of Fame for 2021.
We need some drum rolls.
Yeah, we need drum rolls. I don't have drum rolls.
Right now, all we have is this. What?
Exactly. Is the one and only creator of the Space Small Press Alternative Comic Expo, Bob Corby, will be the second inductee in the Indie Vote Comic Book Hall of Fame. He'll be joining Randy Zimmerman in there for the event again, September 18, 2021. I know Randy hates the video, but he's getting this really cool ring. They're getting class rings that say their names on the front, Indie Vote on the bottom of it, Indie Vote Hall of Fame. It's really nice.
I think the video is here.
No, the video is actually on the Indie Vote YouTube page, but it is we're excited about it. I feel like it's one of these award shows that hopefully, we're going to keep growing. The idea is to move the award show around every year, different
great locations of Dave & Buster's. Yeah,
because they want to be a part of it
all over the continent.
Yeah, they want to be a part of it, and I'm like, hey,
it's like the Grammys, only it doesn't suck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, here we go. So Bob will have a video like this coming very soon.
You didn't have to run this.
Yeah, I want to show everybody what the videos look like when it's up. I'll talk about this one. We've seen this one, but what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, what it will look like when you get it done. Yeah. HeroBot Zero coming in August.
New HeroBot.
New HeroBots. Yeah, issues. Yep. Mischievous, part of Tales from the Aniverse. Glen Comics, 100-issue run. My concerned photo. And deeply honored. I've been working on my my acceptance speech. It starts out something like this.
You bunch of losers! You're working with a professional here!
Not really.
And there's the ring Randy will be receiving September 18, 2021.
Make sure you have the power battery at the show so that we can juice that up too.
Yeah. No. That thing doesn't work against anything green, so you can count money out.
Well, that's an alternative comics then.
Yeah.
That's a true Hall of Fame ring then.
Yeah.
Doesn't work against anything green.
And so
No
that's
money.
coming. I want to. So if you haven't signed up, indievoteawards.com, go check it out. Again, submit your book. There is a small fee. Right now, it's $2 per. I'm sorry, $5 per title, $2 per category. But again, all that goes to Autism Speaks. We didn't want to do a fee, but we had to. So we want to give the money to someone who could really use it. And
Well, it also cuts it down to the serious considerations, so that we're not barraged with a couple of thousand books to have under consideration for each category. But
yeah,
this is a judged event. Did you already mention that? It's a judged event.
No.
It's not a popularity contest. Your books are put in front of a set of judges that look it over and judge it by merit, not by popularity. So if it's a great book, we want you to get that award, to be recognized, whether you've sold 100 books or 100,000. That's the book that needs to be, or have that recognition, is the best in the field. So
Or if you bribe me with shoes, you get in.
oh yeah, you could bribe her with shoes. Yeah.
I'm
But
a judge.
The whole idea behind this is to raise the level of awareness and acceptance and recognition for alternative and independent comics out there, because admit it, there's been some phenomenal books come out, and there's been some over this last year, there's been some great books that have been horribly overlooked that deserve a lot better recognition. We're hoping to open the market up in general, so that folks can start looking at some great product.
Yeah, and every indie book is from, if you're releasing 2020, 2021, you're able to get in there. The reason why we're accepting 2020 books is because when the pandemic happened, we planned this event for last year, and we couldn't do it when the pandemic hit, so we had to, so now we're kind of catching up. So 2020.
And if Grand Rapids Con is at 100% capacity, we'll be able to have a great show with a lot of people there. So really looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
I also have an announcement to make regarding the award show. I know I think it was last week, we had talked about the Keith Thomas award that we were doing.
The Keith Thomas Heart of the Industry Award. Yeah, Keith Thomas was a good friend of mine. He did a lot of books, and one was called Into the Suck. He passed away from cancer. I met Keith when I was ready to quit comics, and he convinced me to stay in. So he became a really close friend. He talked to me at least once a week, and it was man, when he passed away, I was devastated. I was there, and like what? Maybe like 3 weeks after he passed away, because we both loved Hot Toys, and you guys know that. But he sent me his Blade action figure, his Hot Toy, in the mail. He had that set up so I can get it. And I love that it's there, but I hate that it's in my collection, because I know every time I look at it, I know why it's there. It keeps on. But he loved indie comics. He loved the industry. He loved pushing it. So I had asked him before because he knew he didn't have long. I had asked him if I could name an award after him, and he said, yeah, he'd be honored. And it's like, okay, we're gonna do it. And I wanted to make sure I did it at some point when I was putting this award show together. So and so I told Lola, I said, hey, we should do an award, and for people who have pushed the industry a little bit further, helped everybody. So I gave her a list, and so I didn't want to be a part of it at all, because I didn't want to be part of picking at all.
No, you have too much to do. So I took this responsibility on. And I actually decided to, after talking to a few people, we're going to do 2 awards. One for 2020 and one for 2021. 2021 hasn't been decided yet, but 2020 has. And you guys ready to hear who it is?
No, you should save it for the award show.
Are we going to?
You should save it for the award show.
Do I?
We'll make sure they're there, and we'll hand it out to them.
We could do that.
To them. Yeah.
Do we get to?
Is that all right?
Is it 2020?
Am I spoiling your surprise? Don't.
You're kind of spoiling my surprise.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, is it a big name? Somebody I don't want to be there.
It's a big enough name.
Probably.
All invitees go through me, right?
It's a big name.
Well, you can. If you want to wait and talk about
You
it,
should do it. You should, yeah, you should do a video. We'll just give it away there at the show.
And we can wait and talk about it a bit. We can wait.
I know
don't know
you're
what it is.
eager. I'm sorry I spoiled you, but yeah.
We could wait and talk about it. It's bad air. It's bad.
Bad what?
Stay tuned.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a
Yeah,
good
I guess
hook.
so.
It's a good hook.
I think that we could. I'd like to know who it is. Can I know backstage? You put it in the private chat for me.
No, you have nothing
No.
to do with this.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
This is all me.
I hate that I gave it to you. Figure it out. Kind of sucks. Okay. All right. Well, I will move on to comics then. Well, you interrupted me with an announcement, and then I had a flow going. So let's look at. Let's take.
We got some really good books on tonight.
Yeah. Let's take a
Yes,
look.
we do.
Some exciting material.
One or two of them. We're gonna look at Black Bishop first. There we go. Am I sharing it? I am. Okay. Black Bishop #1 from and this is from Marcel's company Evolution. I always pronounce that incorrectly. Is that right, Marcel?
Evoluzione.
Evolution.
It's Italian.
Yeah. So the wife can probably do it a lot better than I can. So tell us about Black Bishop #1. Go ahead.
Okay, Black Bishop is a one-shot story set in the world of POM. It's about a British spy codenamed Black Bishop is on a secret mission. She fumbles the mission, accidentally exposing some of her agents, and now someone's going around killing other agents. She has to figure out who it is.
Now,
oh no, go ahead.
I was looking at it now. You've got a goal of $3,000, 1,377 left is what you got so far. Now, there's no video for it, but let me scroll down here and take a look at the perks that you have and the tiers you have. So there's sneakers, there's Argo, Duplicity. No, I like my physical books. I think everyone here at Indie Vault does. His art looks really good, by the way.
Thank you.
And who's the artist on this?
The artist, his name is Gaurav. I cannot pronounce his last name. He's from India.
Okay. Nice. Look at that. I like that. See, I get jealous when I see foreshortening like that because I have such a problem with it, and people make it look easy.
Yeah, Gaurav's amazing. I'm so lucky to be working with him.
So you can get that. There's a couple different variants here. You got 1, 2. Was it? Yes. Oh man, wow. See, I don't know which one I want now. I was gonna say the first variant was nice, but it's more TNA in this one, and I'm.
You know what you want.
Yeah.
You can't really go wrong. I actually just backed this campaign today. I got the.
Thank you.
I got the one on the top left because that's it. I think that's the image I've seen a lot. And I really like it. I remember when you posted, you were like, "Hey, what color scheme?" You had kind of the red or the green. You couldn't go wrong. But I like how you used the green. I like that a lot.
Yeah, Kyle Ritter did that. He came through and fixed it for us.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
That's magnificent. It's a magnificent job. I'm looking forward to this.
Thank you.
That's good. Now, Marcel, I seen that you're in. Are you still in California?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So you're. So we have somewhere to stay if we come out of San Diego, correct?
Yeah.
We'll all stay at Marcel's house.
Taking a tent. Hope he's got a backyard.
Only 2 left of the
Comic-Con, here we come.
Yeah, of the Argo perk. Now the Argo perk looks like it has a printed version, a PDF as well.
Actually, your page is outdated. The Argo is gone.
Is it? Okay. So
yeah.
Here, it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. So there's a 0 Dark 30 perk. Duplicity is there. Now Duplicity is the number you get a printed copy. Black Bishop #1 PDF, and then Night 1 through 3 PDF. But Argo is gone. You're right. Wow. I'm claiming that as the Indie Vote bump. Claimed.
Yes.
The best bang for your buck is the courier tier. It's $70. You get POM 1 through 3, Warbound 1 and 2, Young Rebels #1, and Black Bishop #1 for $70. So you get caught up in the whole world of POM. This is a shared universe of books. You don't have to read them all, but you get more. You get more if you do read them all.
That's cool. I picked up Warbound. You had your campaign for #2, so I did 1 and 2. So that's cool that this is all part of the same universe.
And it's the same artist from Warbound.
Well, yeah, then no wonder it's such fire.
Yeah. So is there a way for me to get all the printed issues, or is it just
Yeah, the courier one. It has all of them. You get it printed and digital.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, it's not bad. I like that. And Warbound, I've seen that online. That looks cool. That looks really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, we did this because we weren't going to do more Warbound. After the first issue didn't do well, we were like, all right, we're done. We need to have something else for Garage to do. So we put him on Black Bishop. And issue 2 ended up doing quite well. So we're going to do more Warbound.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to give books. You got to give them a couple issues for them to catch on. First,
I mean, honestly, I never saw Warbound #1. I saw Warbound #2. It got 1 and 2.
Okay.
Sometimes it's like that.
So Black Bishop #1 is over on Indiegogo right now. He's got 8 days left. Not a lot of time to get in there. Indie Vote Radio listeners, right now we are at 72,804 listening to us on Indie Vote Radio. Thank
Love
you
all
guys.
of you.
Yeah. You can get the Indie Vote Radio app on Google Play, Alexa, or on iPhone if you download the TuneIn or Streamer service. Or you can listen on the indievote.com on the URL. There's a link to the listen to us live. But yeah, Black Bishop is over there. So if you guys want to get in, you can. He's got some PDF options. He is shipping worldwide for a lot of this stuff. So, I always like to tell the radio listeners who are all over the country, all over the globe, if someone's shipping worldwide, if they're willing to, because we get that complaint. I want that book, but they don't ship to my country.
It's just shipping rates are crazy though. So
yeah. So we, I like to.
Really crazy.
Marcel, how much of this book is done? We're seeing completed art pages here that look phenomenal.
Half of the book is done. It's 30 pages of story. We have drawn 15 pages so far.
Sweet. So you're projecting the other half to be done 30, 60 days?
Way less than that. He can do a book a month.
Oh, there you go. Awesome.
He's a beast.
He does a book a month at that quality.
This high level
really
quality?
Good.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
That is really good.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Now, Marcel, I know that you've, much like me, you've had problems in this industry. You've had issues. I know that a while ago, you had to come out and say that you were having problems getting some books made. Has that affected? You think that has affected your sales at all?
No, my sales are better than ever.
That's good. That's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah, my audience. It was the people that were complaining were not my audience. It was other creators. My audience never complained. My audience, they trust me and they understand that. Yes, I might be behind. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it out. It was other creators who had an issue with it. They would be like, how does he get to keep funding books when he's still late? My audience trusts me. It's not my fault. My audience trusts me.
You're having printer problems right now?
Right now, the printer is down, so we're like behind in 4 books. But we talked today. He's back up and running. We'll get those 4 books out within the next 4 weeks.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
my printer is also my fulfillment company. So as soon as he's done printing them, he bags them up, ships them out.
Cool.
Nice.
I had an issue a while ago, right before COVID was, the big thing that it is now. 2019, started hearing about it in October, and Randy will remember this. I said, "Hey, I'm getting a problem. I got some books. I finally decided to use another printer. I tried to go overseas, and the books got held up. And I talked to a person whose books was affected in my company, and I explained to them. I said, "Look, there's some type of illness, they're not letting anything off the dock at all.
Wow.
And you know, the creator got very upset with me. It was my fault. They didn't want to hear it. They even told me in an email, I don't give a damn about a disease. I want my books, which they weren't their books, but that's what they told me. And I still have that email. And I look at it every so often and remind myself about true cruelty, because people are losing their lives, you know, in China. And I'm like, look, I can't get the books. They're going to sit there. They're telling me to after the new year. Now, I can understand you being upset, but, you know,
everything from there was frozen. It wasn't just
it just wasn't me. They weren't picking on me. It was a bigger problem. You know, I'm you know, and I'm like, look, there's nothing I can do. And so, you know, when you hear that and you hear about other creators doing it, you start to think, that doesn't happen that bad, but that much. But then it happens to you and you're like, oh shit, it does. You know.
Yeah.
So you know, it's unfortunate you have to go through that, but you bounce back. You got books out. You're still making comics.
All it takes is one quarantine or one ship that sits sideways in a freaking canal, and everything's stopped up.
Yeah.
Until who knows how long, and then people just have to be understanding.
Yeah.
You know, this stuff's going to happen.
For me, it was I expanded too fast. And I was doing too much at once, and things weren't. When you're doing too much at once, if one thing falls, that messes up everything. Just like you say, when I had one late artist not finish a book, that slowed up my money. Indiegogo not paying me slowed up my money, so I got behind on things. I had to catch up, and luckily my backers understood. I just wish that other creators did. It was creators like brought the pitchforks out for me. I'm like, okay,
it's that sum zero thing, though. You know, oh, he's winning, that means I'm losing. And if he trips up, I'm going to take a pitchfork and show everybody, hey, look, this is, you know, they're waiting for you to stumble. And it happens. But I'm glad to see you, you know, you're still putting quality work out. I've heard from people who've even been detractors say, you know what, he puts out good books. So even people who don't, you know, may have come out against you have said, he puts out good books though. And you know, this looks like another good one. Black Bishop, everybody, over on Indiegogo, $3,000 is a goal. He's at 1,435. It's been going since he's been on the show. So I'm claiming it as ours.
You need to refresh that too and see if it's gone up any.
Yeah, I will take a look at it. I don't know why it decided it wanted to act like
folks. That's Black Bishop #1 over on Indiegogo, spelled just like it sounds. Go over there and take a look at that book because it's professional, very professional quality work.
That's weird. My whole computer just moved around, all the pages around. There it is. Yeah, Black Bishop hasn't gone up yet, but it will.
You can see it on StreamYard, just on your computer.
Oh yeah, my computer switched. It's weird. All right, so there we go.
And you know, that's part of the fun, or I think the importance of doing a show here like Indie Vault, where we can show products like this, have publishers on, and explain, yes, that they get glitches every once in a while, but they're doing their best to get those fixed and get things back running. You know, that's important. 4 weeks from now, Marcel's going to be back up on an even keel. Everything's going to be great, right?
Right.
According to his printer.
Yeah, that's right. There's a point where these comics, even though we nurse them, we send them off to school.
They're our babies.
You just hope they come back okay, and it's out of your hands at some point. So yeah.
Yep.
Let's take a look now at. Oops. All right, there we go. Let's take a look at. And this one really was interesting to me because, the Black Tiger Hidden Dragon Volume 1. There's a video.
There is a video.
Let me make sure. Let me make sure that I have the sound.
I never understood why StreamYard, like the default, isn't to have sound. Who wants a video without sound? I want the default to be no sound.
Well, considering copyright strikes out there.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. Well, you know, the other thing is that like they can make a video play without my permission, but yet, you know, they can't just automatically keep sound. You know, like on. That's weird. Let me play this video here for us.
Blow it up.
Tiger.
Look at that.
Cool.
No, appreciate that.
That's good.
Yeah.
The figured with this video, it's short and sweet. You get to see there's a lot of different martial arts styles that are kind of an expose in this book, while kind of the red thread of the story, of Jin Fong, kind of runs its course. This is actually, it's called Volume 1, but this is actually the second story arc. So Black Tiger, Legacy of Fury was actually the first story arc. That's 172 pages. So this is really the book that set the foundation for the Black Tiger and all of the Beyond Time universe, including Magna. So with that, we do have a catch me up so that people can get Legacy of Fury and get Hidden Dragon. And with that, you'll get 260 pages of comic.
I was going to say, he might not agree with me. I'm not sure. But this is such an Eric Hodson panel.
Yeah, I guess I could agree.
Yes.
There's no shame in that, my friend. There's no shame in that.
Yeah, it's such a. It's. I mean, like it. Like if I told Eric to draw me an action scene with, this be it. That looks pretty cool. Tell us a bit about the story and about the comic.
Yeah, definitely. So Hidden Dragon picks up right after Legacy of Fury. Now, Jin Fong, who is an assistant defense attorney, she is now has the mantle of the Black Tiger now. She is Black Tiger by night, assistant DA by day, but it's really a dissonance for her because as an assistant DA, she was always very kind of black and white, just by the rules. She was never a fan of vigilantism. Learned of her father's vigilantism as a Black Tiger, and subsequently was bequeathed the power upon his death. And now she finds herself in a city, Los Santos, where with her father's death, and he was disgraced as a cop because he was also a police captain. He was disgraced posthumously as a cop and disgraced as Black Tiger. So she has this mantle that she's not fully vested in, but she does want to bring justice. She does want to restore the name of her family and her father. She wants to restore the name of the Black Tiger. But as she's doing so, kind of the red thread of the story is she's trying to figure out who killed her father. But these same forces are after her. So she finds herself at a disadvantage in terms of knowledge, but also she wasn't trained to be the Black Tiger. So she is learning how to be the best Black Tiger that she can along the way. So without giving away too many nuggets, that's kind of the essence of this first portion of Hidden Dragon. It's 88 pages. The production is complete. We're actually 10 pages away from completing the second 88 pages, so it'll be in its entirety. The whole story arc will be close to 180. And at the end of the day, just like everybody that's here on this panel, looking to tell a great story, looking to give riveting content with great art and hopefully a through line that brings people back. And we've been fortunate so far. People have been coming back from Legacy of Fury and getting some new folks as well who are checking out both Legacy of Fury and Hidden Dragon.
Yeah, it looks really good. Look, I see the Greg Horn cover here.
Yeah.
It's, Jody McPhee has a Greg Horn cover. Maybe Lola, maybe we need some Greg Horn covers around here.
He's a great
fall.
guy. You know, he's a great guy. So we have kind of the campaign. It kind of shows. So now you're down in the Legacy Fury portion of the campaign, so people can see the story and the art that they'll be getting if they get the Catch Me Up as well. So you'll see that the story and the art are solid, and it's a fun kind of red thread that runs through the story. This is a combination of different things that I love. Comics I love. They're my number one medium. You know, if it wasn't for comics, I probably wouldn't have even read as a kid. And then a big love of Hong Kong martial arts films. You know, when I was growing up, Hong Kong martial arts films would show on network TV. Oh, what's network TV? Yeah, you know, people don't know what that is today. But you know, it would show on network TV. So you know, it started off with, you know, you have movies from like Bruce Lee, but then like you had all these other amazing actors like Sammo Hung, and you had you had of course, you know Michelle Yao, and then you had, and I have like some images, some things in here that are very much kind of Jackie Chan homage scenes. So I have different kinds of scenes, and you know, just at the end of the day, the beauty of comics is your constraints are your imagination and page rates. But other than that, there are no constraints. I have no budgetary challenges. Otherwise, when I'm making a book, I'm not worried about how this is going to translate to something else. I just want to make this as big and as fun and as I want people to know that we're fully vested in this. So if you get in here, you're going to have a very fun story, a very fun ride.
That's cool. That's cool. Looking forward to this one. Another one of those books that I'm looking forward to. You know, if you guys could start, maybe talking to each other and not putting out all the cool books right behind each other, I might be able to save some money. You know what
the problem is? There's too many cool books that are popping up. I mean, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean it in a great way. There's so many great projects, and I don't know. I feel like since maybe it was when the pandemic hit, I felt like halfway through last year or into the third quarter, all of a sudden, like everybody went Super Saiyan. Everybody leveled up. All of a sudden, all these projects, I'm just like, what is going on? These projects look amazing, and people just keep leveling up, and I love it. I mean, my wife's just like, it's weird, you know, you go on shows and you buy so many books. How is that? I'm like, I get exposed to more cool stuff, and you know, so she's just like, you know what, you're good. You've got a day job. Enjoy yourself.
I think you were going to see the independent alternative market kick it up anyway, because crowdfunding was catching on so fast. And then you add that to the fact that a lot of these artists have had to spend the last year working on their craft or going crazy.
Yes.
So you've seen all of this great product literally step up a notch or two or three or four.
Yeah.
A lot of these artists are popping out, like your book, for example. These guys, your art, I don't know if it's one person or a bunch of people working on your art here, but they're all the artwork on this is really professional. There's not a steady, straight on shot in the pages that we've seen. Everything is challenging angles, great perspective, just some crazy shots that really shows these guys to be top-notch professional work.
No, I appreciate that. And Rod Looper, he's
all you got to do is go over to the Indiegogo, look at the campaign, and take a look. There's some really dynamic artwork here.
I appreciate that. And I think one of the things we've been having fun with is, just like you said, Randy, it's the artist wants to be challenged as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, the story, it's very much, you know, kind of we play off of each other. Mm-hmm. So the whole thing with the dragon in the mall, that was my artist. Because I was like, you know, I had a scene, but he's just like, look, man, if we're going to do this, we're doing this much bigger than what you had envisioned.
Yeah, that scene is incredible.
Yeah, I love it. And it just, when you work with somebody who's passionate and that has a love for the property and wants to make each page like a masterpiece, it forces me to step up all the time. You know, but I enjoy that because I think people are coming now to kind of a place where, like, man, these books that are coming out, they're getting better and better.
Yeah.
You know, people have to have a love in their heart for making the books and really try to challenge themselves.
Yep. Some real good dynamic storytelling too, and great page compositions. So go over there and take a look at this book, folks.
You know, it's funny as a writer, when I script, you know, I script.
Look at that.
You know,
look at that
I
dragon.
write
That's
a
awesome.
lot, but you don't need a lot of words on a page because, like with Rod, he'll look at the script in its fullness, and it's not because that's canon, but it's because I want him to. He knows where I'm coming from, and then he's either like, "Hey, that's a great idea," or "No, that's not such a great idea," or "Hey, there's a better way for us to do this."
Yeah.
There's so much of that of what gets scripted that isn't on the. It doesn't need to be written because the expressions, the angles, everything, the story tells you that. So there's no need for me to say it. You can see it.
That's the charm of this art form, man. The combination of words and pictures.
Yeah. My favorite art form.
Well, when I'm drawing, I generally I go back and forth on whether or not I like a panel or a page or not. Generally, I end up hating it after I draw it. So the wife takes it from me and she runs. So I can't mess it up. You got t-shirts.
This reminds me of a lot of the work you used to see back in the 70s when you had these great artists like Gene Day and Paul Gulacy working on Shang-Chi and Iron Fist and that just dynamic artwork. They're showing off the martial arts style as dynamically as they possibly can on a page. You're seeing these warped perspectives, this great fluid action. It's just an incredible looking work.
No, I appreciate that. One of the things we had fun with is there's different martial arts styles. So if you go down a couple of images, you see Jin Fong. She's actually battling a guy who's a master of capoeira. So, we're watching, videos with capoeira. We're taking, right there, when in the jungle, we're taking, using, stills and videos and just trying to capture the essence of the movement. So like right there. And, capoeira was one of the big influences for breakdancing. So, you see kind of his moves. And the thing is, I don't have to say anything on this page. You can look at her face. You can tell she's frustrated. She's used to kicking people in the teeth. That's what she does. But this dude is evading her, and he's kind of smirking while he's evading her. This isn't normal fare for her. She usually whoops people's butts. But this guy, so you kind of let the story, let the art tell the story, and let you kind of, kind of get hopefully, engrossed and wrapped up in it. So we've had a lot of fun. We continue to have a lot of fun telling these stories.
Yeah.
Randy, I seen I was watching a video the other day, and a guy was he spent some time in Japan, and he had said, and believe it or not, he worked for Marvel, and he said that what Marvel doesn't get about American comics or manga comics, and I wonder why he says when they try to say, oh, well, okay, manga comics are selling, so let's make manga comics. Let's make manga-like comics. That's not the point. Like, first of all, you're singing with someone else's lungs is not going to work. But the problem is that what they always fail to understand is that American comics are meant to be read. They're scripts. You can pick up a novel, and it's pretty much almost the same. He says if you look at manga, it's meant to be looked at. And that when he said that, and man, I started thinking about it, and it bugged me for the entire night. Maybe even still now, I'm still thinking about it. Like, he's like, go open a manga, open a American comic, and try to find one even the same page lengths, and look at them, and you're gonna see less word balloons. And it has nothing to do with the writing or the style of writing, the kanji or whatever. It's just that they do not talk that much. Everything it's meant to be looked at. That's why it's looked at as art. And so when I see someone say, I don't put words in, and you can see in this panel why, because it translates very well.
You don't even need sound effects in this on this page, because the action is just that fluid. But yeah, that doesn't come through any more prominent than modern comics. You open up a modern comic book, and their idea of trying to hit a manga style is over exaggerated eyes, crazy crooked teeth, crazy silly expressions. where there's a fluidity in manga where it's meant, like you said, it's meant to be seen and understood. That also leans back to the fact that their written language is symbolic. Also, it's the Kenjei is meant to be seen and understood, and it just runs in a fluid line on this. It's just
and I think also, Randy. No, you're good. Sorry.
Good sequential art like that runs fluid and should be seen more than read.
I think also with a lot of the writing in books, like you go back to like Frank Miller's Dark Knight, and he had a lot of kind of description, but there was a reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't describing things to tell you what was happening on the page, because people will be like, oh, she delivers a kick to no. He was giving captions so you knew just how nutty Bruce Wayne was.
Yeah,
Bruce Wayne is going through his thought process, and he's like, he's breaking this dude's leg, so this dude will never walk again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's telling you, so it's like, he's not trying to tell you about the action, he's trying to get you into the mind.
Exactly. Yep.
Of the character, which is different, but then people a lot of times in their writing, they're telling you what you can see.
Yeah.
She tries to land a kick on his jaw, but it's like, no, I can see that.
Well, the internal narration like that just adds to the visual. Like you said, it gets them into the person's head. It adds to the character and enhances what you're looking at, instead of just repeating what you're already seeing.
Right.
So you can check this book out, everybody, on Indiegogo. It is going to be, he's shipping worldwide on a lot of this.
Worldwide.
So check it out.
Yeah.
We got the cover. There's different covers.
3 covers. Yep.
You can, or you can get the PDF. Did I say PDF? No, I didn't.
Yeah. So it's not a PDF. We actually have a web reader.
Mm-hmm.
So you actually read it on the website.
Okay.
So it's a web reader.
All right. Yeah, I did that. I have an app for mine. You can download the app and you can go check out the comics. They don't come out the app because it stops it. Hopefully curbs some piracy. Not that it really matters. They want it, they're going to get it, but it helps. Plus, I put extras in there too.
Exactly.
There's T-shirts.
Yes.
So you want that dragon art? There it is on T-shirt.
There's 3. So there's the dragon T-shirt, there's the tiger T-shirt, and then there's the tiger versus dragon T-shirt.
That all looks pretty good. I would have a hard time trying to figure out which one. There's a commission too.
So there's a commission. So basically, there's 3 covers. You can get the books, you can get the prints. There's a metal bookmark that you can get, and then there's a commission, and you can get digital. And everything else is combinations and permutations of that.
Cool. Let me see here, and then there we go. The Ultimate Tiger perk gets used. That one is that everything basically?
Yeah, and the commission is pencil and ink. So with that commission tier, you get a copy of the book and you get a full body pencil and ink commission from Rod, who's the penciler and inker of this book. So for $200, that's actually, he does commissions for more than that. So he was really trying to get the book in people's hands, and for those that may want to commission, a pencil and ink commission as well. So,
all right.
Yeah.
So you're over goal, $5,350. You asked for $500, but you're way over. But guys, you got 9 days left to go over there. Black Tiger Hidden Dragon Volume 1. Go over there and check it out on Indiegogo. Tell them that Varian sent you.
Give them that Indie Volt bump.
That's
There
right.
you go.
That's right. Next book we're going to look at, the next title will be from Jason. And it is, where is it? There we go.
This is a fun
Octopus
book.
Cowboy.
Jason, it
Great.
needs to be Black Octopus Cowboy.
yeah, we could have kept the black theme tonight. What's going on?
I know, right? I dropped the ball.
Yeah, I get accused so often about not having black people on the show, and I'm like, but I'm black. I got told, but yeah, I'm telling you, I got told, yeah, Varian, but you're not like black.
Oh my goodness!
And I couldn't believe. See, even Lola saying it now, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what qualifies me as black? But I couldn't believe it.
You got to get rid of that Wallflower CD. I keep telling you.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
That probably has a lot to do with it. But this is Octopus Cowboy. Let's take a look at it. Let me see here. I'm gonna scroll through. Octopus, come on, play the video. Here we go.
All right.
Countless miles away from the ocean, Slade struggles to survive from one pocket of water to another. Weak and weary, he's dragged to the ring, forced to fight in a vicious blood sport where animals are pitted against each other for entertainment. There, he faces off against the unruly hyena Kilroy and a hulking gorilla named Leopold. During their fights, unbeknownst to all, contact with Slade's blood alters Kilroy and Leopold's consciousness. Can Slade win over his newly awakened opponents? Will he break away from his chains? Can he continue to endure outside of his element? Should he escape death, one thing is certain. A cruel life awaits him in the unforgiving Wild West. If you appreciate good storytelling, captivating characters, a solid production, action, adventure, and mystery, this comic book is for you. My name is Jason Orfalis, a professional of 25 years as artist and writer. Much planning went to this project, and I have experience in every stage of producing a comic book. Your contribution will make this dream project a reality. Thank you for listening, and good luck on your own adventure.
There we go. Look at that. That's fantastic.
That's cool.
Octopus Cowboy #1.
Can't wait.
So tell us a bit about it. I mean, we got a cowboy, but he's not Octopus.
Yeah. Aside from the it's my vain attempt to justify my feudal existence. 100 pages of me screaming into the page with every stroke and every panel. It's just a crazy project.
I can't wait to see him feel each of those little tentacles of a gun and blow some heads off. But I'm very violent, so look at that. He's doing it. Is that a dress on his head? No, it's not. I thought he was getting something.
It's the poncho of the man with no name.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood. When I did this book, I was thinking, I came up with a character. Oh, it's an octopus. I don't have to draw human figures as much. But then I had to draw 5 guns in perspective. And he can't just fight one guy. So I ended up drawing even more human figures just to give him a challenge.
Mm-hmm. I shy from drawing horses whenever possible because I realize something. Horses are very difficult to draw. But you got horses, octopus. Oh man, the only thing that can make this book for me, something I might be a little bit more worried about would be a werewolf. But don't put werewolves in it, please. Everyone knows my rational fear of werewolves.
Book 2.
Oh man, a couple different variant covers here, and man, see, every time I look at a new one, I'm like, I don't know, that's my favorite. That's my favorite, but I think I'm gonna go with this one here with him on the horse. That just stands out to me.
One I did, yes.
It's just awesome.
Yeah. Now, how long is it taking you to do a page now? I know you say you're screaming into the pages, so.
Man, it varies. Look at that. That took me a long time. That took me days.
But you're doing everything.
I'm doing everything too. Yeah.
Wow. And how many pages is this book? 100? You said.
Right now it's at 100, and it looks like it's gonna be 112.
Oh man.
Wow.
112 pages, yeah. So definitely worth it. Let's see here. So your estimated shipping May 2022. So you got a year. Hurry up, man. Get it done.
I have a year, but I've laid out everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even until book 2, I already laid out like 80% of it. I've inked maybe 70% already of book 1, and colored 25 pages already. And the writing, the lettering, it's there. It's also prepared. So
nice.
Beautiful
But I
stuff.
had to ground the story. You know, you come up with something called Octopus Cowboy. All right, I know what it is about. Right, fine. But I had to ground it. So what I did was develop the human characters. So in the beginning, it's a good start. It's good. It's a good way to introduce the characters and to have a little bit of investment in the story.
Mm-hmm.
So Octopus Cowboy is the story of Charlie Knox, a broken and disfigured ex-fighter who makes a living by exploiting animals for blood sport. One of these animals just happened to be a tough and resilient octopus that defies all his expectations by winning against all odds. After what should have been a highly profitable match, Charlie is cheated of his payment, and in order to make money, he is forced to risk everything in one last match they can't possibly win.
I see there's a tier here. $95 with Wild Bunch. So was that like a retailer's tier almost?
Yeah. It's 24% off the cover price for retail. I just had to include that in just in case, you know. You never know.
No. I like to point that out because we have retailers that watch, and there is a retailer tier on here that you can, a tier that's, you know, good for retailers. Now what I'm not, what I don't see on here, and it's fine, is I don't see like a lot of stretch goals.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know it's gonna get to stretch goals, so I hope it does. But if it ever does, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I just think we need a Octopus Cowboy plushie.
That's a tier. That's not a stretch goal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I do like the trading cards though. I'm up for trading cards.
Figure with 8 guns.
Meet the action figure. What are the things you said? They're against the wall and they would slowly roll down. Little sticky balls. Yeah, we get one like an octopus. That'd be awesome. Did you?
Yeah, it's purple.
A purple one. Purple octopuses. Sounds horrible. I can't hear you. Oh, well, I can hear you, but they can't hear you.
Mic is muted. Yeah.
I had a purple octopus that was sticky and you threw it at the wall and it would climb down. Then I had a frog one too.
Oh yeah.
I got all of those like 75% machines at the store.
Oh, you heard it here first. Cowboy Octopus versus Cyber Frog. You heard it here first.
What?
It's going down. Comic 2022. We'll slap the Indie Vote logo on it. Get it done. Randy will edit.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
That sounds good.
Can I charge you like a? Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, guys, this looks good. Octopus Cowboy. Another book that I'm looking to. I'll be adding to my growing list of books that I've backed. Oh man, it's so many now. You can get. Is that all the covers, stickers, and 9% off? $100?
Yeah. That's everything. Yeah.
And this book is 112 pages, so it's not like a little floppy. This is,
no, it's trade paperback, perfect bound.
Yeah.
Full color.
Nice.
46 days left to get to 6,000. He's at 1,680, and we can get him there if everyone goes in there right now, because on Indie Vote Radio we have 87,102 people listening. Thank you. I want to thank Australia. I want to thank Canada, and I want to thank Mexico. Thank you guys for listening in. Top listening countries right now. Thank you guys, and go check out Octopus Cowboy. That's OCTOPUS Cowboy #1 over on Indiegogo.
You also need to come on Backer Shots.
Oh yeah, you should come on Backer Shots. Yeah,
you need to come on Backer Shots. That's my show that I have every Saturday night, where we showcase a book and me and my co-host take drinks for every backer you get.
The ladies usually leave pretty drunk.
Just a little buzzed, yeah.
Yeah.
There's 46 days left in this campaign, folks. This is a really unusual product. It is as good and as crazy as it sounds over the radio. Octopus Cowboy #1.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Eric, you about to say something? I'm sorry.
No, I just took a drink of my water. But this is one of my top ones that I'm actually looking forward to because I really love spaghetti western stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We've just had because I forget the guy's name, but he was doing the Confederate Frankenstein,
Mhm.
and I think there was two other people who were bringing back the western genre, and it's so exciting to see people taking an interest in that again. So
There's got to be at least a good dozen.
I want to see a
campaigns
crossover
this
between
year
this.
alone. That's Western.
Yeah. This and 8-Gun Gorilla. I want
Yeah.
to see a crossover.
Yeah, somebody said that on Twitter too.
Nah.
Oh man, Brian Christogow, he's a good dude. He's a really good writer
Yeah.
too.
Cool.
It would be great to see these two in a crossover.
Hit that refresh. Let's see an Indie Volt bump. Brian.
Let me see here. I will take a look here.
oh,
There you go.
Yeah.
Got the bump.
35.
Bump has happened.
Yeah. We want to make sure that everyone goes over there. Octopus Cowboy again, #1 over on Indiegogo. Get over there.
All three of the products today on today's shows are winners.
yeah.
Just amazing.
They are.
Great stuff.
Can I book them or can I book them?
Yeah. There you go.
Randy is Randy
I-
Eric is to blame for tonight's.
Oh, that's fun. He wins. Too bad.
And guys, all these guys out here are making books. Want to remind them that when they're shipping those books, they know that the best way to ship those books are in Gemini mailers. No question about it. And Gemini Mailer is one of our sponsors for Indie Volt. Their sponsor, and they have given us a coupon code that you can use. There it is right there. If you're at the Gemini Mailers website, you're gonna type in VOLT10 VOLT10 as your coupon code. Save yourself some money on Gemini Mailers. No need to pay for no need to pay full price. No need. That code VOLT10 VOLT10.
As far as I know, this is the first time anybody's had a chance to get a discount on Gemini mailers. Am I wrong?
I think this is the first time.
Yeah.
I think so. So you want to go over there if you're planning a campaign, even in the next couple of years. When are you going to get 10% off your Gemini mailers again?
Yeah.
You want to go over there and use that code VOLT10. Take that discount and earn it. And that's our way of not just to saying thanks to you, but it's a way of showing Gemini mailers that we have an audience out there that cares about their product.
Yeah.
And you can't get any better than Gemini mailers when you go to shipping stuff.
Yeah, VOLT10 VOLT10.
Awesome.
Yeah. Feel free to use the code. Use it tonight when you order your Gemini mailers. Look, I'll tell you, I'll be honest.
And it lets them know that we appreciate them being a sponsor of our show too, by the way.
Yeah. And I'm not even just saying this because they're a sponsor. I've gotten some books that weren't in Gemini mailers. They were from another company that I utilized. They were from Uline, and the book was not damaged, but that package was on its last layer. I honestly don't think it could have took another 2 days in shipping. I don't because if you live here in Michigan, for some reason, Pennsylvania is not close, but everything goes through Pennsylvania.
Everything goes through Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I sent a book. We have something on the show called the Indie Vault, where we open up our vault and we give away a comic. We usually ask them about the comic, so we might give away Black Bishop, a cover, an issue of Black Bishop, and we'll say, hey, who's the artist on Black Bishop? You guys got 5 minutes in the chat to tell us, and they have to go figure it out. They could Google, but the first person who subscribed to the YouTube channel and likes the video, and they say, hey, it's this person, they get the book. We send it to them free of charge. Just want to get the books out there to people's hands. Well, Pops Van Zant won a copy of Femme Finale by Seth Bear, and
Variant's on the east side of the state. Pops is on the west side of the state. Variant, of Michigan. Variant mails a package. It goes to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. It leaves the state. We're both in Michigan. It goes to Pittsburgh and then comes back.
But I couldn't tell you what it is.
Yeah, and you're wondering why shipping rates are so high. Like, how much gas was wasted? I could have drove it to Pops, but it was.
You probably could have. He's only probably two and a half maybe away from you.
Yeah, I could have drove it to him. I was like, what's going on here? Also, before we leave, too, another section I like to call. You guys seen the D.L. Hughley show where he calls it notes from the GED section, or from the GED. I'm starting a new one called from the EBT section, in which I tell people this. Listen, there seems to be this idea out here lately. This idea that the mainstream companies are going to come rescue you from the indie muck, the indie trenches. They're going to come rescue you, but they won't rescue you if they look back on your social media and see that you've talked about them poorly. Okay, that's not true. Okay, people recognize talent. If you're talented, they will come find you. But if you're not talented, they're not going to find you. That's an excuse. Also, don't tell people not to. I want to look in you guys' eyes when I say this. I know I got glasses on, but I put a challenge up there. I was told that, oh, well, you don't buy the mainstream books.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't tell me they suck. Well, I got news for you, honey child. I've been buying books. I don't talk about it. I've never stopped buying comics ever. Every week I'm at the comic shop. Then I go over to Second and Charles and blow more money. Okay, so I've been buying books, and when I say that this book isn't good, it comes from a place of having read that book. Now I'm saying I didn't enjoy it. I'm not saying the book's no good. However, I have said this book is crap, and I'm not reading it anymore. But my question is, they say, well, you can't say the book sucks if you haven't read it. I have read it, but my response to you is this: you can't tell me the book is good if you're not buying it. Because I mean, every week I on my personal Facebook page I say, hey, let's see your mainstream hauls. Let's see your hauls for this week. 3-4 weeks in a row now I've done this, and guess what? I get little to no response. Because I knew in my heart what the issue was. You're not buying the books, yet you're trying to stand and simp for the mainstream because somebody told you, if you're nice to them, maybe they'll rescue you. Hey, you got a deal. You're in Diamond. You're mainstream. You can't be out there talking about the books anymore. Stan Lee even talked about the books when they weren't very good. Jim Shooter talked about his own company when he was getting paid for them. Remember that memo he sent Randy? Hey, the Marvel memo he sent to everyone. He has in the book.
Hey, everybody, let's just make good comics.
Yeah, he said, I know this is against company policy, but can we start making good comics? He worked for the company.
It's an actual memo he sent around to
and he sent the memo around.
Can we start making good comics?
Yeah, they say, oh my God, no. So don't be afraid to voice your opinion if something isn't good. Say it's not good. I didn't enjoy this. If you want to, if not, keep it. But don't demonize people who say, hey, I don't like this book by saying, well, you haven't. I have read them. I've been reading them. I've been paying money. I keep my comic shop very happy. Not recently because my pull list keeps dropping. I can't. I was paying 130, 140 bucks a month a week to my wife's chagrin. She hated it. Hey, could you slow down? I thought you said you didn't like Dan Slott's comics. I don't, but I keep hoping. I keep hoping against hope that I gotta complete this run. That's how it goes. And
you're no quitter.
Yeah, I'm no quitter. Quitting is for like drug users and alcoholics. I don't quit. I'm gonna keep doing this. So yeah, I mean, just so remember, buy the comics so you can say they're good too. And show us what you're reading.
But seriously, we've seen those numbers, and the mainstream is barely mainstream anymore.
It's weird too. This is the best year ever. Comics are outselling.
Comics are booming.
Yeah. Then there's an article that comes out and says, actually, manga's outselling it. One manga's outsold the whole industry, and it's like, where's all those numbers now, guys? Huh?
Yeah.
Where are those numbers? So shut the fuck up.
Just what is a demon slayer anyway?
But having said that, we're trying to change it because I got Liberty. Liberty having distribution, by the way. What was it?
Tape?
20 something cases of tape.
Got the tape.
20 something cases of tape now.
Boom.
Yeah. I don't have to talk to you about it though. I don't have to talk to you about Liberty. I don't have to. I got somebody to do it for me.
Hey, it's Belle from Liberty Entertainment Distribution. We've got quality indie comics in hand ready to ship to you now. Yes,
Is that right?
And it gets
Oh.
better. At Liberty, publishers set their own wholesale pricing, and we don't take any fees, so don't wait. Call or visit me today at ledg.us or call 1-800-525-2091.
Would you guys like to know a secret? That's me.
That was you doing the voiceover?
I'm
Amazing.
the voice of Bill. I'm the voice of Bill with a little tweaking.
Yeah, your wife's like,
Lola's like, no, that worked. Nope.
Survey says.
I like girls, but no.
With a little tweaking. I want to thank VoiceMod for making that possible. VoiceMod is a program that definitely helped. It took me about 3 hours. So that was Lola's first time hearing it. She had no idea. But yeah, you heard it right. Set your own pricing.
You're not joking.
No.
He's not joking.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know how I feel about that now. Because I was kind of liking the voice.
Yeah. I watched some videos about how to feminize your voice. And
it's amazing what you can learn on YouTube.
I did that. It was. I did that, a lot of that, making the words very soft. And then there's some digital modification.
I don't know you anymore.
Eric is just lost. He
just wants to know how soon you can bring that voice modification to the bedroom.
No.
No.
If I want a girl, I'll get a girl.
Yeah, she's like that. I think it came out okay. But yeah, you heard Bill or me correctly. That is true. You set your own prices, and Liberty doesn't take any fees from creators.
Never mind.
They don't take any fees. So yeah, you can check us out at ledg.us, getting your independent comics in stores nationwide and beyond. Comic stores and beyond.
The really cool thing about that is that you want to get in now, just because this is, even though Varian's been doing this for a few years, it's still just the ground floor. So you want to get in now.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. They got in now.
You didn't get that warehouse for nothing.
No. Yeah, that's right. Just got a warehouse, and it's gonna kick my butt for a while, but we had to, because the stuff that's coming in, the books I got coming in, is not gonna fit in the warehouse that I currently have. So, and before we get out of here,
the frog guy saw that picture and he went, "I should have bought the warehouse that big."
Yeah,
when I first
frog
started,
guy.
yeah.
Here's the book from our own indie princess, Lore, which is currently in demand over on Indiegogo. I'm gonna play the video real quick for her as well.
It all started with an invite. Then you wake up in a cage. You would never expect what happens next. Who lives? Who dies? Are you ready to get lured?
That was Randy also doing a woman's voice.
Yeah. That was. So Lota's got a lot of stuff unlocked in there. She's got her trading cards unlocked, her sticker, a pack, a print from Daphne Lage is in there. All perks are physical backers only, of course. Lore, there's the main cover by Dave Brown. The interior art also being handled by Dave the Supreme Brown. And there's a Lola wraparound cover, a variant cover on a trade, which you don't see that often, but Lola put herself on it. She did a cosplay cover, basically. And Lola, are you in the book? Do you appear inside of Lore? I've never asked you. No cameo from you in the book?
Surprisingly, no.
Yeah.
But I put a lot of Chastity's. A lot of Chastity is me. So besides the swinger parties, never went to one.
Yeah, no one. Everyone's like, "Well, does she do swinger?" But no. But here's some pages from the book here. That butt didn't get taken down by Indiegogo. That's weird. But you better go in there, make sure you put an edit in there. Well, told you. That's what John thought. Bottle opener key. This is a key that they use in the comic to unlock sales. There's the bad guy's ring. You can get a physical version of that and the key. You've unlocked the sticker at $2,000. So everyone's getting a lure sticker. There's an enamel pin. There's a foil wrapper, which is a condom that has lure on it. It's weird. I don't.
It looks like the wrapper itself looks like the invite to lore.
Wow, what?
And it's gonna be like a holographic foil cover.
They used to pass this out at concerts. I remember going in a bathroom at a concert, and some people from MTV were there and just handing people handfuls of like these condoms and like what?
I'm really hoping that while I'm in demand, I reach that stretch goal because I really want to get those made.
I'm 16. What am I doing with these? I mean, because I was a late bloomer. Shirts, Shocker Comic shirts, $25. Lure shirts, $25 each. Is it 25 250? Sorry, Mr. Allen's. Fetish A to Z book, where she's got artists drawing every letter of every fetish. So A for aquaphilia, B for butt plugs, not B for butt plugs. Don't worry, it's not.
It's balloons.
Balloons. It's so, and the artist is drawn each. A different artist is drawn each letter. I got a chance to draw the cover for this, and as well as I got nylon, so I got to draw that. That's inside the book, which I'm going to finish tonight. I'm going to finish that print tonight because this book has to ship very soon.
You haven't finished your contribution yet?
I have finished. I haven't inked it yet.
Yeah,
it's finished. I just haven't inked it. Jason piece with VOLT. That's her. Again, I keep every week I keep saying I'm going to talk to Jason about how he got this reference because I've seen that outfit. And I talked to him. Daphne Lage for horsing around. That's not what it is, but it's Untitled.
And again, you're wondering how she got that reference?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Unsolicited, which is where Lola's taking all of the pictures she's got unsolicited online from a-holes, and they sent her pictures of themselves, and she's like, you know what? I'm going to show them off in this book. Now, all the identifying marks have been removed. No names. Names are removed to protect the guilty. But she did include what they said when they sent her the picture. So she putting them in unsolicited. You can check that out. I also did the cover for that one. That original art sold pretty quick, too. I was very happy about that. So there you go. And that's in demand. She closed that campaign out at $2,140. Not bad for your first book, Miss Lola.
Nicely done.
Yeah. So she's still in
I was
demand.
super excited.
There's still some opportunity for you guys to go over there and grab that up if you want. It's still in demand. Not for very much longer, though. She tells me that she's going to close it out pretty soon. I think it's going to be sooner than you guys think. But she's going to close it out very soon, as soon as she gets to the last few pages from Dave, and that's it.
And lore is 80 pages.
80 pages.
It is a graphic novel. You're getting your money's worth with it.
So that is it from us here. Make sure that you guys check us out. Me and Randy back here Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Lola will be with you 9 o'clock tomorrow night for Geekgasm. We're going to let everybody tell where they can be found. That we're going to start with Jason. Jason, where can our listeners find you?
On Twitter, Free Focus Comics, and YouTube, same name, and Instagram, the same name. That's FREEFOCUS.
Very good, very good. Next is the Dreaded Dinosaur. Sir, where can you be found at?
You can find me at Dreaded Dinosaur on all the social medias, Twitter, Instagram. I do have a YouTube. And this weekend, I'll be in the lovely Jacksonville, Florida area for a wrestling show. And my wife will be in Pittsburgh for Steel City Comic Con for that show this weekend as well. And because it's that, we're back to doing cons, so that's exciting. And looking forward to getting back on the road and seeing some folks. And then you'll see me back here this Tuesday again, as we're not quite done reformatting the webcomic show. And we still got some work to do in that. Also, we have a special this Friday that Varian will be hosting. First ever closeout special for Luminovox with Jose.
Yep.
So we're looking forward to hosting him. I think we're doing that at 4 p.m. and getting his Luminovox book closed out.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm excited about that. Marcel, Oh, you finished? I'm sorry, Eric, you finished?
I'm done.
Yeah. Marcel, where can listeners find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Marcel Dupree. You can find Evoluzione on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Evoluzione Pub. You can go to our website, evoluzionepub.com. We have some free comics on there to download. We have like 6 free comics if you go to our site.
Now, I guess the real question here, Marcel, is when is Evoluzione going to be carried through Liberty? That's the real question, sir. Put you on the spot. I'll give you time to think about it. Don't worry.
Yeah, I need to think about that.
Yeah, John, where you at?
You can find me at Beyond Time Inc. on Twitter and on YouTube and on Instagram. And you can find me on Facebook at Beyond Time Comics.
Excellent. And that was very quick, man. That's it. You just in and out, huh?
That's it, man.
Okay, all right.
Hit it and quit it.
Miss Indie Princess.
I am everywhere. So go to Linktree indie_princess. You can find all my links there. But if you want to see my programs, you can catch me tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Geekgasm. And then again on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Backer Shots.
Mr. Zim.
Hey, you can find me on Facebook under Randy Zimmerman. You can find me under Twitter under Randy Zim. But more importantly, you can find Arrow Comics 4.0 over on Facebook. We have a link tree. We're on Twitter, and we're also on Instagram, where we'll be making a lot of announcements these next few weeks about the great products we're going to be offering starting in August. We're going to have 4 titles available for the direct market, exclusively available through Liberty Distribution. They're great titles, real professional looking stuff, and I can't wait for you to see them and enjoy them. So let your local retailer know all of these books are going to be available there. Plus the Indie Vote Revolt book will be going to press, hopefully, if not the end of this week, then at the start of next, at the very, very latest. There's so little left to go on it. It's not even funny. And then you'll also see me back Thursday morning along with Varian and maybe Daphne Lage on Thursday mornings on the Breakfast Buzz at 9 a.m. And then I do a show Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. called the Sunday Funnies, where we try to talk about the more lighthearted and fun and whimsical side of comics. And I try to put the fun back in funny books. That's 9 a.m. on the Sunday Funnies program here on the Indie Volt Radio Network. And then again, we'll all be back on Tuesday nights as well for another Livewire show at 9 p.m.
That's right. And also, guys, make sure we mentioned it today. It was on the
Look at that.
The Surge magazine is on the way. I should be finishing up the print files for it very soon. There's combined artwork from Morgan Austin and Eric Hodson there. Eric's got a feature in there. We're going to talk about that. And can't tell you guys what exclusive is in there. There's a soundtrack CD going to be in the book, as well as some posters. It's going to be a really good book. We're hoping to imagine if Wizard and Game Pro had a baby, and the baby liked indie comics. That's what this magazine is. So Surge magazine, it'll be available on the Indie Vote shop, as well as pretty much it. You'll find it on the Indie Vote Facebook as well once it's available, and we'll have it at some cons and some shows. Also, before I get out of here, because I know I have to announce this. We are officially, Indie Vote is officially at the Grand Rapids Comic Con. There it is, Grand Rapids Comic Con, August 13th to 15th. We are a special guest, and there we are, Indie Vote. Nice. We'll be there at the Grand Rapids Comic Con. You'll be able to check us out. Our pictures aren't there, but that's okay. That's okay. There's our logo, nice and pretty.
It's coming. Yeah.
So
nice
make sure if you're going to be in the Michigan area, August 13th to the 15th, 2021, at the Deltaplex Arena, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Come over and find us. We'll be there to say hi and shake your hand and talk comics. And I'll have a hat on so you'll be able to find me. Without the hat, no one knows who I am. Who I am.
Is that raccoon hat?
The raccoon hat? Yeah, I'll have this on.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I do believe
that cousins in Ipsy. Maybe I'll try to make it up there and see if.
Oh yeah,
see if we can do the show.
Cool.
We're gonna try to do a special show from the show. Am I right?
Yeah, we're hoping to do a Sunday Funnies edition there from the Grand Rapids Con. So we're going to see who we can get to come up to the microphone and talk to our radio audience.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. It's gonna be a blast.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah.
Again, find me online, KYD_V on Twitter, WhenWeRiot.com, my personal website, which keeps increasing in value because of the .com name. Other than that, check out IndieVolt.com for comic book reviews, news, breaking news, and indie comics. Breaking news is important anyway, right? And we get through all that fluff. Your company's going out of business. We don't care. We're not going to cover that. I don't believe you're going out of business.
We all are familiar with your schemes. Come on.
Yeah, you grifters, you. But so there's that. And then also, again, we got the special coming Friday. We're going to close out stream. IndieVolt.com, ledg.us, independent comics. Remember, publishers, IndieVolt does not take not IndieVolt. Liberty does not take a fee from creators when you sell your comics. You set your own pricing on our website on the ledg.us. You set your own pricing when you sign up. When you sign up, keep in mind right now, because of how many people are signing up, stores and comic creators / publishers, so many are signing up right now that we are about a week in when it comes to processing applications.
Please be patient.
Yeah, because there's a little bit of work you have to do to make sure that you are who you say you are, especially when it comes to store. So be patient, but we will get around to those applications. If it goes past a week and you have not heard from us, feel free to reach out and give us a call. The number is 800-525-2091. Again, 800-525-2091. Reach out and give us a call and let us know, hey, I submitted my app. I haven't heard from you guys. What's up? Until then, though, Randy and I will see you. Eric will see you.
Don't forget, indievolt.com. Listen online. Go ahead.
Our radio number. Final radio number was 97,888 today. So we almost got it there.
Close. We're gonna break that ceiling yet.
Yeah. And then if that's not your thing, we got IndieVolt Radio. IndieVolt TV as well on Roku. Make sure you check that out. IndieVolt TV has streaming. We got some indie wrestling up there, a bunch of indie movies, some talented independent directors, some long form content, much like this. When YouTube says you can't say that on our platform, we take it off and put it on our own platform over IndieVolt TV, where they don't have any power and can't tell me what to do. You're not my mom in YouTube.
But that's something else that we don't mention often enough over on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. Please hit that bell for notification.
Yep.
And the majority of our shows are all archived over there for your listening pleasure. So if you're looking for something to listen to, you can always go back a year or so, or two, or whatever, and really be able to point and laugh at our lack of professionalism.
Randy, I was unsubscribed from YouTube.
Oh no.
Which was weird.
From me? I didn't do it on purpose. From IndieVolt? No, get back up there and resubscribe.
Yeah, I had to get back on it.
Yeah.
Arrow Comics 4.0. Subscribe to that channel too.
It's
we're over there. We'd love to have you there. We don't put up stuff very often, but we will soon.
It happens sometimes. I think they said if you don't watch a video for a while, you'll unsubscribe. But I think it's YouTube trying to keep numbers down, because we are our watch hours are really high right now. So we're close to 4,000 if we haven't reached it by now.
And we're climbing. I've noticed over the last week or so, we've really started to climb on our individual show viewerships as well.
IndieVolt Live at IndieVolt.com if you want to send your question in, by the way. Include IndieVolt Live in the subject and keep those emails to 90 words or less. And we'll put your question on the air and we'll make fun of it too.
Don't forget, folks, no question is too hard or too soft or too difficult or too light. Please keep in mind that our feedback will be better because of your setback. Hashtag get an education. Hashtag IndieVolt.
Oh my goodness.
See you guys soon.
Good night, everybody.
Back these
books.
Back those books. Yep. Take a good look at them.
That's right. Where'd Jason go?
He's right there.
Right,
he's underneath the to be continued. Sorry, Jason.
Yay! Think about what you've accomplished.
Comics are awesome. And who's your favorite Marvel Comics hero? Mine is Superman. Remember the motto? With great